Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of Trade Theory. This is Kevin Jefferson, the curator of Trade Theory here on January 27th, 2026. Those of you across the nation who are experiencing the freezing temperatures and snow and ice everywhere, please be safe. I know here in Texas that we have less than a foot of snow and ice, but we are not prepared to deal with that, so we are completely shut down until later this week. So this is a great time to analyze your charts and see what's going on with your portfolios. If you're a money manager, professional money manager, family office, CEO, or if you manage the portfolio of any entity, including yourself, this is a great opportunity for you to get information on the market. I decided to add the dollar index to my analysis because there's a lot going on with the dollar, but I want to kind of start with the macro picture and show you that price actually, people are talking about what's going on globally, and there is a lot going on globally, so that's not insignificant. But the dollar actually started falling back after January 10th, 2025. So this is the 10th of January 2025, and it closed at roughly, I think, 109.64. And after that, the dollar has continued to fall. So it is significantly falling over the last year, and it still looks like it has a lot of downside potential here. But I want to zoom out to the big picture first to kind of show you where we are and what I see, and then we'll use this hopefully to make some sense of what's going on in the markets and to make some more informed allocation decisions as it relates to our portfolio. So let me stretch this out here a little bit. And some of this is speculative because the market, you don't really know where the market's going to turn around, and there's a lot of downside opportunity here on the dollar. So the price is actually technically just decelerating off of an uptrend. It's actually, no, it is technically in a downtrend now when I'm looking at it. But price is at this level right here, and I can see price continuing to fall because we're just coming off this peak here, and it's losing a lot of steam. So we are in there's a channel here, so there is a place for price to bounce, but it's so far down in the low 90s that we have a lot of downside opportunity. So be mindful that the dollar may continue to fall over the course of this whole year, and it will be in alignment with what's happened in 2025 as well. So this is the weekly chart. I put a potential support level here because price hadn't fallen completely yet. Today is still young, but I think there'll probably be another day of falling price tomorrow based on what I see here, and so I have to adjust my support. But there is some monthly support here, so I'm expecting price to get kind of hung up in this area where we are right now over the next several weeks. And then we've got weekly resistance as well, which is not, that's not guaranteed either. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but the dollar is definitely starting to fall. So let me go back to the daily chart, because what I try to look at is what I look for is what's the next most likely move, right? We know there's a lot of things that can happen, but where are we as far as price at this point, and what can we possibly take action on, right? That's what we want. So we've got to wait for the price to stall out here and give us some type of rejection of lower levels before we can actually even make a decision. But right now there's a lot of downside opportunity for the dollar to fall. So we'll just wait for that to pan out, and then we'll kind of start setting our resistance points. But I did want to set some places to where we can actually at least see where price could potentially go, so that we can have a reference point for when price stalls out. Okay, so the dollar is definitely weak, and expect more bearishness for the U.S. dollar over the coming days. Okay, all right, I'm going to move back to our normal slate of assets that we normally monitor. This is Tesla here. Tesla's in this channel. It is not at our daily support level, but it has gone through our 4-hour support, which has made this essentially turn into resistance. And so we're looking for a move down to the daily support level here, roughly the 405.98 area, something like that. So price is in the channel, nothing to do right now. If you didn't take a buy right here, then I just wait for price to pull back a little bit further and give us an opportunity. All right, going to Nvidia here real quick. Nvidia has started to pull back off of this support here, and it's actually hit the 4-hour resistance, hadn't come down to the support level. So we're going to see what happens here. Price is in a channel. So if you didn't purchase more here, then we're going to wait and see what happens, because it's not at any extreme to where we can make a decision. So we're going to stand aside. Going back to Bitcoin, so we had a sell hypothesis on Bitcoin that got triggered a little while ago. We set it on December 9th, and it got triggered on the 14th of January. So prices start to fall away from there, which we were shorting Bitcoin, and it's moving nicely down towards our target of roughly 83,712.43. So we've got about 4,000 per coin more to go before it hits our target price. Okay, so Bitcoin is moving quite nicely. Now WTI crude is starting to reverse on us. So we probably prices, things may turn around on WTI crude right now in the coming weeks. But right now everything is still bearish. Even though we had that entry point here, we may get knocked out, and then we'll reevaluate and see what the market is doing over the coming weeks. And moving to gold, we know gold is at all-time highs. If you miss this entry opportunity here, which was a good confirmation, which we talked about last year, and then there was another entry opportunity here on the beginning of the year, around the 2nd of January. We want to wait for price to come back and give us a better entry opportunity. So there'll be a lot of people probably selling out because these are all-time highs, and so that means the price will be repressed at some point. So don't get too excited and feel like you're missing out, because you'll be the buyer where everybody's selling up here, and you don't want to be that person. Don't be that person. Okay, this is the Dow 30. It's starting to lose momentum. We had a 4-hour pullback point here back on the 12th, and we have a daily pullback point here as well that we set on the 12th. So we're looking for deceleration in the Dow 30. Looks like that's happening now, but we'll wait and see. And if it does give us a deceleration, we'll see if it holds at these levels, and for possible buying back into the index at lower prices. We've got the NASDAQ, which is continuing higher and breaking and closing above this 26,128.10 area is a significant achievement, especially on the daily chart. We have a max price point that we set back in August of 2025 at roughly just shy of 26,384.10. So price is moving up there quite nicely. If it gets up there, we'll look to see how it rejects or how it behaves in that area to give us more indications about what to do next. All right, wrapping up with the S&P 500. It's acting similarly to the NASDAQ. So we have price moving up, and we had an extension point back in August of last year at roughly 72.44.98, or basically 72.50. And so we're looking to see if price hits that as well. So nothing to do here. Just continue to hold our positions until we get another opportunity to buy in. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful to you. If you're a professional money manager on any level, if you're running a family office, if you're a registered investment advisor, or if you're just a business professional or a highly skilled technician who is managing their own financial affairs, I hope that this insight, although it is not financial advice, I hope this insight that I share about the markets gives you some opportunities to take advantage with your own portfolio. All right, until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and happy trading.